What if the biggest reason most Americans never build real wealth isn't because they don't make enough money, but because they ignore one simple rule? A rule repeated for decades by Warren Buffett. One sentence. That's it. Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving. It sounds almost too simple. But this one rule is the line between people who build wealth and people who stay stuck. Most Americans do the opposite. They get paid. They pay rent or the mortgage. They cover bills. They eat out. They shop online. They upgrade the phone. They finance the car. They swipe the card again and again. And at the end of the month, they try to save whatever is left. Usually, that number is zero. Or worse, negative. Buffett says flip it. Save first. Spend what's left. That's the rule. No complexity. No secret strategy. No Wall Street tricks. Just priority. And yet, nearly 90% of people don't follow it. Why? Because America runs on spending. Everywhere you look, there's pressure to consume. Buy now, pay later. Limited time offer. 0% financing. You deserve it. Treat yourself. Credit cards make spending painless. Auto loans stretch 6, 7, even 8 years. Homes get bigger. Subscriptions pile up. Lifestyle becomes the identity. Saving feels restrictive. Spending feels like freedom. But here's the truth most people learn too late. The person who spends first feels rich for a moment. The person who saves first becomes rich over time. Buffett understood something powerful about human behavior. Money is emotional. If you wait until the end of the month to save, you're relying on discipline. And discipline fades when temptation is everywhere. But if you save the moment you get paid, you remove the decision. You remove the temptation. You force your lifestyle to adjust to what remains. That's how wealth is built. Not by earning millions overnight, but by controlling the order of your money. Think about this. Two people earn the same salary. One saves 20% immediately, invests it automatically, and lives on the rest. The other spends freely and saves what's left. 10 years later, their lives look completely different. Not because of income. Because of order. Income doesn't create wealth. Habits do. Look at high earners across the country. Doctors making $200,000 a year. Tech workers earning 6 figures. Business owners with strong revenue. Many still live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because when income rises, spending rises with it. New job, bigger apartment. Promotion, nicer car. Bonus, luxury vacation. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it silently destroys wealth. Buffett didn't let his lifestyle rise with every increase in income. He focused on investing consistently. He allowed his assets to grow faster than his expenses. That's the difference. Saving first builds assets. Spending first builds obligations. And obligations demand more work. More stress. More pressure. Saving first builds options. Options create freedom. Freedom is the real goal. Not the car. Not the brand name. Not the Instagram lifestyle. Freedom to leave a job you hate. Freedom to handle emergencies without panic. Freedom to retire when you choose. Freedom to sleep peacefully at night. Most Americans chase comfort today. Buffett chased security tomorrow. And tomorrow turned into generational wealth. Let's talk about compounding. Compounding is simple. Your money earns returns. Those returns earn returns. Over time, growth accelerates. But compounding only works if money stays invested. And money only stays invested if you save it first. If you invest $500 a month starting at 25, and you earn an average long-term return, you could have well over $1 million by retirement. Wait 10 years to start, and that number drops dramatically. Time is more powerful than intensity. Consistency beats excitement. Most people delay. They say, "I'll start when I earn more. I'll start after I pay off this loan. I'll start next year." But next year becomes 5. 5 becomes 10. And time disappears. Buffett started young. Not because he was lucky, but because he understood that time multiplies discipline. Saving first isn't about being cheap. It's about being strategic. It's telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. It's building a system instead of relying on motivation. Motivation fades. Systems remain. If you want to follow this rule, you need automation. Automatic transfers into your 401k. Automatic investments into an IRA. Automatic deposits into brokerage accounts. Make saving non-negotiable. Treat it like rent. Like a utility bill. Like something that must be paid. Except this bill pays you back. The moment your paycheck hits, a percentage moves out of reach. You live on the rest. At first, it feels tight. Uncomfortable. Restrictive. But humans adapt quickly. You adjust your spending to match what's available. And over time, you don't miss what you never see. What you do notice is growth. Balance is rising. Stress decreasing. Confidence building. That's the reward. Most people don't follow this rule because it's boring. There's no excitement in automatic investing. No adrenaline rush. No viral moment. Just steady progress. But boring is powerful. Flashy often leads to regret. Slow often leads to wealth. Wealth building is not dramatic. It's repetitive. It's saying no to things that don't matter so you can say yes to things that do. It's understanding that every dollar has a job. And the first job is to build your future. Not fund impulses. Imagine 2 futures. In one, you upgrade everything as soon as you can afford the monthly payment. In the other, you increase your savings rate every time your income rises. 10 years later, one person owns depreciating items in debt. The other owns appreciating assets. That gap widens every year. This is why Buffett's rule matters. It protects you from yourself. From impulse. From comparison. From lifestyle pressure. You don't have to be extreme. You don't have to cut out every pleasure. You just have to change the order. Save first. Spend what's left. Even 10% makes a difference. 15% changes momentum. 20% transforms your future. The key is consistency. Every paycheck. Every month. Every year. When you get a raise, increase savings before increasing lifestyle. When you pay off a loan, redirect that payment into investments. When you receive a bonus, invest most of it before celebrating. This is how wealth compounds quietly. Most people want visible success now. Nice car. Big house. Luxury upgrades. But visible wealth is often financed. Invisible wealth is invested. And invisible wealth creates visible freedom later. There is a psychological shift that happens when you follow this rule. You stop asking, "What can I buy?" and start asking, "What can I build?" You stop trying to look successful and start trying to become secure. Security brings peace. Peace brings clarity. Clarity improves decisions. And better decisions create more wealth. It's a cycle. A powerful one. The truth is, most people don't have a money problem. They have a priority problem. They put present comfort above future security. Buffett reversed that. And that's why he won. This rule isn't glamorous. It won't trend online. It won't make you rich next month. But over 10, 20, 30 years, it can completely transform your financial life. The question isn't whether it works. History proves it works. The real question is simple. Are you willing to do what most people won't? Are you willing to look average now, so you can live extraordinary later? Are you willing to delay small pleasures for massive freedom? Because the choice happens with your next paycheck. Not next year. Not someday. The next time money hits your account. Will you spend first? Or will you save first? That single decision, repeated over decades, determines almost everything. Warren Buffett gave the rule. Simple. Clear. Proven. Spend what is left after saving. And if you follow it consistently, patiently, quietly, you won't just make money. You'll build freedom.